Yellow, and welcome to episode. Why do I do this to myself? I start saying the word episode and I don't know what episode it is.
183.
183? My God. We've been here for so long.
I feel like I've never left.
We've been here. This has all just been us recording. We just change our outfits, change our hair, change our mental dispositions. We're fine. It's just been a constant loop. Actually, this is Comedians Interviewing Musicians, episode 183. We are live online via Zoom, via the internet, via the interwebs. Thank God for that. Steve Jobs, love you, turtleneck bud. My name is Becky O'Neill. This is my beautiful and talented co-host, Kim Stacy.
Hi.
Oh, she's got a new cat. She can't be bothered. And
I can't, you guys, this cat. Oh, no, hates me. Bye.
No, for the podcast listeners, the cat zoomed out of the way. Like, okay. All right. And my dog's like, please touch me. And we're joined by our lovely and talented guest. Oh God, mercy, please, Jesus. Her name is Brittany Shane. Sorry, my dog just stepped on my bladder, Brittany.
I'm so sorry.
What an intro.
Yes.
Get out of here.
That was special.
That was special. That's just for you, Brittany.
Just for her. She made me pee my leggings a little bit just for you.
Yes.
Brittany, tell us where you're at. Where are you streaming from?
South Austin, Texas.
Hell yeah. And like describe, you've got this cute little succulent potted plant thing going on to your left. You've got some posters hanging up on the wall.
Some music posters from playing Central Market and I think the Black Heart, which was on Rainy Street. I don't think it's there anymore. I love that place, right?
Chris is crying in the background.
Yeah, Chris is on the God mic going, oh, the Black Heart.
I
love that place.
Yeah.
The Black Heart was a complete and total gem. I
loved it.
We'd like to take this opportunity to thank our patrons and sponsors for your continued support. We love you. Without you, we could not literally do this weird hodgepodge garage sale of a show. We love you. Thank you for your support. Tell your friends. We've got so many episodes for you to watch. If you have fun tonight, I guarantee you'll find fun somewhere else on our podcast. We're on Stitch. We're on Apple Podcasts. We're on Spotify. We're on YouTube. We are anywhere you can find podcasts. Google Comedians Interviewing Musicians. You will find us. Guaranteed. And as well, see, now she's got a cat. For the podcast listeners, an adorable tiny ass cat is stealing.
Oh, they heard it. They heard him.
Georgie
That's
is
Georgie.
Letting you all know. Blessed be. Brittany, what have you been up to in isolation? I know it's not necessarily been the most positive time for everybody, but have you found a sort of silver lining or any hobbies or newfound loves in your isolation?
I found a lot of inspiration for writing songs, and I spent a lot of time with my 5-year-old son in isolation, and his name's Oliver, and I started writing a lot of songs about him, and so that was good because I was going through like a dry spell where I couldn't write anything, and then we had the pandemic, and I just started writing all the time, and so it was actually a kind of a good thing for me being stuck at home with the guitar.
Wow, that's a lot more than I did. But he wasn't alive at the start of the pandemic.
Yeah, Georgie wasn't here.
No, he wasn't here. He's 7 weeks old. He is but a wee nugget.
Meanwhile, your dog's in the background chewing on something like, I've been here.
He's smoking a cigarette and drinking a brandy. Like, calm down.
He's putting a cigar in your in your couch, just like
11 years of stories.
Wait, so obviously having a 5-year-old in the house during the pandemic can be equal parts craziness and adorableness, but did you have a particularly awesome and or cool time with your son while you had the opportunity to be home?
Yes. I mean, it was both a great time. And then there were times too where, it was a lot. I mean, there were times where I was trying to record and I'd be in the bathroom, just trying to record with my guitar, and he'd burst in, and be like, "Mommy." So every time I had a good recording, there'd always be like a mommy yell at the end.
That's fantastic.
Yeah. And so I'd always send it to my producer and he'd be like, "Oh, that's just so funny." And so it was always a good ending to every song.
Yeah, a mommy.
Yeah, honestly, that's so it's super genuine. I mean, especially
oh my God.
Wrong. Hip hop.
So sorry. No, Georgie jumped on him. He did. Again, I've got 11 years of stories. He's very old.
So many. Ross, bless his little being.
There you go.
He's the HBIC in this situation. If you Georgie.
Fix that.
Everyone who's just listening to this on Stitcher or Spotify, just go to YouTube. There's cats and dogs. Just go to YouTube. It's better. I don't know why. I know we're a podcast. We're more of a visual art show for an hour.
I love when you talk about that. You're like, no one listen to this. Watch it instead. We're a podcast.
Yeah, but look at these. I painted my eyebrows on for this. Someone should watch me. And I think we should watch the first song from Brittany Shane.
Yeah. Good segue.
Having a good time. You can support Brittany Shane on Venmo and PayPal. I have it written right here. It's literally Brittany Shane Music, Brittany Shane Austin at Gmail on PayPal, and then Brittany Shane Music on Venmo. It's BRITTANY, the Brittany. So not Free Brittany, but Brittany. We're going to go Brittany Shane Music on Venmo, Brittany Shane Austin at Gmail on PayPal. And you want to use the fist bump and the unicorn emoji so that Brittany knows you listen to this show, because most of you would be listening to this months from now. And nothing makes a girl feel weirder than a random anonymous tip from someone they didn't know they warranted. So please give them a fist bump and a unicorn emoji so that they know you listen to this podcast.
And you can send me money and do red balloons for Georgie.
Yeah, you send Kim money with red balloons.
Because I love random strangers.
Yes, Kim Stacy on Venmo. You'll be able to find her. And this is the first song from our beloved I almost like co-host. Kim, it's your first. You're going to take a song from our beloved.
There's something you want to tell me, Brittany? Are you taking my job? Brittany just took my job. Well, thank you so much. Didn't know this was my last episode. I would have put on mascara.
Fair enough. Georgie comes from the side and just claws you to the face. You're like, Kim. This is the first song from Brittany Shane. Y'all enjoy. Tip them on Venmo.
Toe is creeping across that line when you ask me if I'm in or not. Heard your words 1,000 times, they spin around, fly up and drop. If it's easy to pick up and go, why do I drag my feet on the floor? I look to you for or not. Heard your words 1,000 times, they spin around, fly up and drop. If it's easy to pick up and go, why do I drag my feet on the floor? I look to you for sympathy and time, but there's not.
Oh God, for a second I clicked entirely out of the window and I almost set the entire thing on fire. That was so bad.
Wow.
Whew. Thank you, Brittany. That was awesome. Thank you so much for joining us again. We really appreciate you having
Thanks for having
taking
me.
time out of your day. So thank you. Oh, Kimberly, it's your time to shine, my dear.
My time? But there's,
it's your time to talk to our guest about things that you think you have no.
it's your time to
context
speak,
of.
Kim, and this is the only time, and don't you forget it.
Don't mess it up.
Don't mess it up. So I like to go way back in the day when it comes to social media. So Brittany, I went all the way back to 2013.
Okay.
And you had posted a picture and it was, you had a gig at a pool party, which I
Yes.
think is like so odd and amazing, but also like a movie thing. It's just what they do in teen movies.
Yeah.
There goes Georgie. So you're on my question. What is there like another not usual gig that you've played before kind of within that?
Oh gosh, there's been so many unusual gigs that I've played before.
Yes.
Oh gosh, yeah.
Just pick one.
Oh, so many. I mean, funny shows that I've played. I guess the funniest show I played was probably for a sub. I had to play like just for a sub sandwich. And that was, just at a sub shop, just playing for a sub sandwich, and that was like the pay for the show.
You played for a sandwich?
Yeah, I played for a sandwich.
Oh my God.
That was probably the funniest thing.
I've definitely done stand-up for a taco. 1,000%.
I think it was in Madison, Wisconsin.
Oh my God. That's so funny. I wish you were also dressed up as a giant sub when you were playing. I don't know. In my mind,
that would be funny too. Yes.
Just to play the one song and you dress up.
Yes.
Which one was like the most fun gig you've ever had?
The most fun. I opened for Heart at the Mountain Winery in Saratoga, California, and that was the most fun. And it was so fun because I got to meet them before the show and stuff. And
that's so cool.
Say hi. Yeah, and that was the best.
I want to sneak into when I was stalking you. It's just right on your bio. It's not weird, but that you've played with Liz Phair before.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. I texted Becky, Joe, and Chris, and I was like, everything's gonna be fine, you guys, because Brittany knows Liz Phair and I love her. So it's gonna be okay.
I love Liz Phair. Yes. She's one of my favorites.
Yeah. I was listening to her music to get pumped up for this. So it's fine. That was a slide one. You also played for a women's prison before.
Yes, I did. Yes. So I forgot about that.
Yeah. Kind of how was that playing for inmates?
Yeah, that was really interesting. I got a free t-shirt, which I really loved. So that was my favorite part about the whole thing.
Sandwich.
Wait, am I wearing the free t-shirt you were given at this prison?
Oh my God, Becky, Jill, you do look like you're in a women's prison.
It was similar, yes.
Becky Jo, is there something you want to tell us? But so how did you come upon that? Was that just something you're like, this is what I want to do something like this? Or were they like, hey?
I remember I had met the woman who organized that through just another show. And
Okay.
so that just one show always leads to like another show. Every time you play like a gig, something else comes out of it. And that's what happened there. So
much like dating.
And everybody's like, are you going to play Johnny Cash? You know, you're going to play Johnny Cash. Everyone's always asking it. So.
God. Do you think it's important for other musicians to play kind of other gigs like that? Like, you know, like just community gigs and like singing to a nursing home or singing for a women's prison, like stuff like that. Do you think that that's something all musicians should do?
Yeah, I think it's really important to play community gigs and you know, to look around for those kind of opportunities. It's great.
Yeah. I think that's just so cool. I came over that and was like, I would totally play at a women's prison.
Yeah, I almost forgot. So you're bringing up a lot of good shows.
That is something I would stare into the mirror and think about every day. Like, remember when you did a show at a women's prison? You can do anything. And like get myself pumped up. So I want you to tell us a little bit more about My Music Day.
Yeah. My Music Day is a children's music program that I started. And I travel to schools and teach children as young as 1 year old all the way up until to like 13 years old how to play music, and the older kids how to play guitar, and then also the recorder. Everyone always wants to learn the recorder, right? And so it was kind of my way of giving back to the community, bringing music to the kids around Austin. And
it's so sweet. I think it's really, really important for any kind of art. Nope, saw that happening. Any kind of art to like come to schools. Like I didn't have a theater program in my elementary school, but we had some people come travel one day and like 1 week or whatever and came through and like, we'll do, you know, you can do a play and do improv and whatever, or you can take a study hall. And I was like, screw that. So I did theater. And then that's when I found my thing.
Yeah.
So it's really important, like you connecting with these kids so young and they're like, I like that. I like music.
Yeah.
I love the recorder.
I know. I just like, I was like, when they asked, one of the schools asked me, can you teach the recorder? I was like, oh yeah, I can teach the recorder. I wanted to go back.
I can teach the crap out of a recorder. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. It's every parent's dream for your child to go to school and come back one day with a recorder and say, Mommy, Dad, look what I do. Yeah, it's not good. My final question is Oliver, and then I just put your kid, like you didn't know who I was talking about. But he pranked you this year, and it is so fun. Could you please tell us all about that prank?
I believe it had to do with, he was saying that his
whole day, the foot.
His foot hurt, and we went to the doctor, and they had the first doctor examined him, and he was like, yes, it's this foot. And she looked at it and she was like, well, I just can't figure it out. We'll send you to, the podiatrist. And so it ended up being this whole day long thing. And the podiatrist looked at it and was just like, I don't know, I can't tell really what's going on, but we'll just keep an eye on it and maybe get some x-rays. So we went and got x-rays, came back and looked at it again, and just like, oh, well, yeah, it looks fine, but just keep an eye on this foot. And when I got in the car and we'd been there all day long, and we were pulling out to go home, and he goes, Mom, I pranked you. He goes, I don't have a hurt foot. I just didn't want to go to school. And so
that makes me so happy. It's funny.
I was like, oh gosh. And I just started laughing. Like I could have gotten really mad, but I was like, you know what? That's so sweet. You just wanted to stay and hang out with me all day.
Yeah. Oh my God. That's fantastic. How old is he?
He's 5.
5 years old.
Yeah.
He made his mom spend all day
Yeah.
at the doctor's.
Yeah.
Because of a prank.
Yeah.
That is a cool kid. And do you guys like do a lot of pranks, or was this like his first time pranking it?
Oh yeah, we do pranks at our house and stuff for sure. You know, like
Did you get him back?
Oh yeah, definitely got him back. You know, there was pranks. We always do pranks in our house all the time. You know, he's he's constant. He's just a little funny guy. He's just so silly.
He came home, you were at the bottom of the stairs, all twisted around, just like, honey, no. And he's like, Mom. And you're like, I prank. Like,
no.
had to. Extreme.
My head kept spiraling where this could go, and it didn't end up in a good place. But that's hilarious.
You can only do the best with what we've given, Kim.
Wow. I want it.
Knit it on a pillow.
Knit it on a pillow. Put it on a napkin. Okay. I am ready for 2 more songs from Brittany Shane.
Okay.
Is anybody else ready?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you're enjoying your time, please go to Brittany Shane Music on Venmo and Brittany Shane Austin at Gmail on PayPal. Fist bump, unicorn. You know the drill.
Tell him, Georgie.
These are 2 songs from Brittany Shane. Hi, Georgie.
One second. That song was called Questions. This next song is called Where's the Moon? And I wrote it about my son, Oliver. And a lot of times when he was just a year ago, when he was 4, he would always go to the window and say, "Where's the moon, Mom?" And we would both go out to the window at night and just look at the moon together. And I wrote the song about him and what it's like at night when he goes to bed at night and drifts away to dreamland, and his boat or his bed turns into a boat and there's water underneath, and he just floats off to dreamland, and there's the moons above shining. And so this is called Where's the Moon? Been a long, long time, and I've been waiting for you on a big, big boat, and I've been sailing on through. Catch a wave, looking up with a smile, and my arms are back. Think I'll stay for a while, 'cause my backpack's packed. Oh, don't let me down. There's the moon up above, and the stars. I'm looking up, looking up. There's the moon up above, and the stars. I'm looking up, looking up. The radio is on, and the lights are low. Touch me in, but I know where I go. Should I leave? Should I leave? I rode through the night, and even if they could see, I couldn't see their light. Oh, don't let me down. There's the moon up above, and the stars. I'm looking up, looking up. There's the moon up above, and the stars. I'm dreaming of, dreaming of.
Thank you so much, Brittany. Yay. Thank you again
Thank you.
so much for being a part of our show.
Yes, anytime.
As I've
I love
thrown
that
my
song.
notebook down here. Well, now is the time in our show where we play a little game. Drum roll, please. It's pumpkin spice season.
Oh,
Against my better judgment, it's unfortunately pumpkin spice season.
unfortunately,
I'm not a pumpkin spice person. I don't.
bitch, when it's pumpkin season, my poopery commercial runs.
Yeah, that's true. Kimberly has an annual holiday
Pumpkin
potpourri
spice.
commercial.
It's a pumpkin chai scent of poopery. And I'm in the commercial. Go poop.
I mean, if I walked into a bathroom and it smelled like pumpkin spice, I would call the police.
No, you would open a shower curtain and go, Kim?
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 We're going to ask you a couple of questions about pumpkin spice. Some of these questions have nothing to do with pumpkin spice at all. Just, a little pumpkin spice trivia. One of which requires a video. So I tell you every time, Stitcher, podcast, Spotify people, pop on over to YouTube. Not like I'm trying to start a fight with those Spotify people, but maybe
You're trying
you know what?
Kill podcasts.
Well, maybe I'll just send it to Chris and he'll post it on the social media so they can watch it. But it's so dumb. We'll start with that one. You know what? We'll start with that one. This is a pop culture pumpkin spice quiz. We are going to guess. I see now. I have to find it. So this is a show. It is a Ryan Murphy and Brad Falchuk.
What are we guessing?
Show. You're gonna guess the TV show that this pumpkin spice latte reference is referring to. Okay.
Got it. Pumpkin themed show?
It's not a pumpkin themed show. It is a spooky themed show, but the scene that you're about to see via TikTok video is a pumpkins. They're at a coffee shop and she's ordering a pumpkin spice latte. If you can tell me what Ryan Murphy's show this is, I will not yell at my dog for barking at an inanimate object behind our door. What are you doing, ma'am? All right. Sorry. She's growling at her. She's growling at her reflection right now. Okay.
Brittany, what do you think?
This is a Ryan Murphy, Brad Falchuk production. Here we go.
What?
So they just want a regular coffee. Those white girl pumpkin spice lattes annoy me. I love it. Hey? Senorita Awesome. You got it.
Senorita Awesome?
Senorita Awesome.
I hate that.
It's the worst.
That?
It's the worst writing of all time, but I cannot stress to you how good enough the show this is. Jamie Lee Curtis is on it. Emma Roberts is on it.
Oh, okay.
Leah Michelle is in it.
Scream Queens.
Kimberly got it at Scream Queens. It's basically Scream Queens is basically if Mean Girls and American Horror Story Coven had a baby.
Yeah. It's ridiculous.
Brilliant. Yes. So yeah, that Ryan Murphy production is called Scream Queens. The next pumpkin spice question. Do you know the earliest known pumpkin spice reference? If you can give me the century, I'll give you the point. The earliest, basically this is the first pumpkin spice recipe for a spice blend. If you can tell me the century we got pumpkin spice.
God. Second. Becky jumped to a spit take.
Second century. You think like Jesus is down there like, nutmeg.
1,000%.
The dinosaurs are like, dude, I love pumpkins, but I wish they tasted more white. Do you have a guess, Brittany? Do you have a century? Okay, well, Ross was right, as per usual. It was actually 1675. In the 17th century, we got pumpkin spice. Yes, 17th century, we got pumpkin spice. And on that note, we're just going to follow up with this next one. Where did they... This is supposedly the origin of pumpkin spice and how we got this spice blend. Before it was dried out into a spice, it was a dish. I'm going to have to ask you to tell me what country did this first. And I gave you sort of a hint just now. Not just now, but in the last, I gave you a hint. Think of what I said earlier. Where did they hollow out pumpkins?
Earlier? When?
What?
When earlier? Like when the show first started?
No, like literally right before I started talking about this question, I gave you a hint. And we'll see if you remember this because it's about it.
Is Ryan Murphy a country?
No, the country where we would have probably gotten pumpkin spice in 1675, where they used to hollow out pumpkins, fill them with milk, honey, and spices in hot ashes. They would broil pumpkins. They would hollow them out, fill them up with milk, honey, and spices, and broil them in fires to make the first pumpkin spice.
Where the hell the pumpkin?
My hint was that it is made by white people. So if you can think of a country predominantly run by white people.
America.
Incorrect. This is again 1675. It cannot be America. If it's white people. No. Brittany, you have a guess?
Europe.
It's jolly old England. Good old fashioned England.
Oh my God, those bastards.
Well, if you think about it, they have like they have fall for like 8 months.
Oh, that's true. Oh.
Pumpkins, it's their state bird. So the next one, this is a non-pumpkin spice related question, but what food item? Oh no, sorry, I got ahead of myself.
Pumpkin.
According to all recipes, I'll turn the page. Sorry. According to all recipes, what 4 spices make up a pumpkin spice latte or pumpkin spice flavor blend?
Cinnamon. Okay. Nutmeg.
That's all my guess too.
Yeah, you got cinnamon and nutmeg.
No, it wasn't allspice. Good.
I'll admit one of them is kind of like but the other one makes sort of sense.
Close.
Oh, Chris said it.
You're
Chris on the god
right.
mic. Chris got cloves.
Nice.
So far we got cinnamon, nutmeg, cloves. The last one is the sort of weird one.
Oregano.
Girl, no. There's no green spices in pumpkin spice.
I don't know.
Mind you, this is stuff to be added to pumpkin. It's not anything I would think you would put in pumpkin pie. It is a savory flavor.
What's another brown spice?
It's not brown, it's black.
Oh, a black spice. What's a black spice? Pepper.
Bing. Pepper,
Son of a
clove,
bitch.
cinnamon, and nutmeg are the 4 components to make up.
There's
pumpkin
pepper and pumpkin spice.
But there's also, you have to account, there's so much sugar in canned pumpkin and in lattes. So it counterbalances. It's what keeps it that.
Yeah, pumpkin spice is not a good season for diabetics.
No. Okay, so what year did the Starbucks pumpkin spice latte come out?
What year?
Mm-hmm.
79.
95.
See, Brittany wins. It's 2003.
Oh.
It's got to
I
be
don't know. This whole
2003.
thing was surprising. So I thought, I don't freaking know. Maybe somebody
Well, this
on
one's
like
even better.
roller skates in a drive-through.
When did McCormick Spice start selling the pumpkin spice blend?
1979.
It's a little earlier than that, Kimberly. Brittany, can you have a guess? Because I'm thinking my McCormick Spice, my grandma uses McCormick Spice. That's every grocery store in America uses McCormick Spice. I think of the birth of pumpkin pie
53.
being. See, yeah, it's the 1950s because I'm thinking of the birth of pumpkin pie in America as a sweet dish.
Yes.
That's like 1950s Americana.
Yes. Mayonnaise, gelatin, everything sweet.
Yeah. Fish in gelatin.
What is that? That ambrosia salad?
Oh, girl, ambrosia salad slaps.
It is really good, but it's not okay.
Like my aunt makes something that we call in the Midwest the frog eye salad. And it's basically like the fat Israeli couscous, like the big pearl couscous, pineapple, marshmallows, mayonnaise, Cool Whip, and maraschino cherries. And it slaps, dude. It rocks. Sorry, completely deviating from the prank. Okay, any hoozle. How many millions of pumpkin spice lattes did Starbucks sell in the first decade?
$3 billion.
I didn't write down the answer to this question.
So it's $3 billion.
Oh my God. Did Starbucks? Well, while I'm Googling this, answer, how much does the pumpkin spice latte at Starbucks sell annually? Like in dollars?
Oh,
Billions.
yeah.
Yes.
$500,000 billion.
Ma'am?
I know. I'm really good at math.
Well, if being honest, you're not great at math. It's actually a $488.8 million. That's the average money that Starbucks makes a year on pumpkin spice lattes alone. It's a lot of cloves, a lot of pepper. It's a lot of pepper. Oh, this one's fun.
That's all the money you should be spending on this podcast. Stop buying pumpkin spice from Starbucks and start being a patron.
This one is not pumpkin spice related, but it is the last question. Oh no, we'll do two more. We'll do two more. They're both not pumpkin spice related, but they're both pumpkin.
Just do one more. We gotta go to song.
You're right. So we're going to, okay. We're doing it. Oh yeah, it's on this computer, not my phone. So I'm going to read you the Wikipedia description of a movie that has something to do with pumpkin spice lattes. And you're going to tell me what movie this is. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Also, sorry for the in the background. Pippa's snacking on some popcorn. I was like, what is that sound?
Pippa's eating her own feet. All right. The plot. In 1957, Tom Harley waits inside a farm cabin with his wife and young son, Ed. A doomed man seeks sanctuary at Tom's cabin, but Tom refuses and threatens to shoot him if he does not leave. Watching through a window, Ed witnesses the man caught and killed by a monster. This is the first sentence of the plot. I will now read you. Wait. This is also a franchise. There have been several sequels made.
Oh my God.
Pippa knows the answer.
God, during a scary story.
It was directed by Stan Winston, screenplayed by Mark Patrick.
Tom's Cabin.
The release date was October 14th, 1988. Its budget was $3.5 million. It only made $4.4 million. Girl. Let's see. Where is there like a beep, 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 beep. Oh, the horror punk band The Misfits released a song entitled insert movie title here, which was featured on their album Famous Monsters, released in 1999.
Wait, sorry. When did this come out?
1988, October of 1988.
19. I thought you said 88.
The film is centered in the 50s, but it was released in the 80s.
Does it have pumpkin in it?
Yes.
Halloween.
Pumpkinhead?
Yes, Brittany.
What?
Pumpkinhead. Pumpkinhead had several sequels.
Don't tell me how I know it.
I know, right? Like Pumpkinhead 2 Blood Wings, Pumpkinhead Ashes to Ashes, and Pumpkinhead Blood Feud. Also, there was a video game named Blood Wings Pumpkinhead's Revenge.
No, y'all.
Ooh,
no.
What's Pumpkinhead got on Rotten Tomatoes? Now we got to know. Wait.
What is it?
65%. Pumpkinhead is 65% on Rotten Tomatoes. That's a damn good review.
That's better than some documentaries.
I was going to say, I think the new Malignant movie got like 23%. This was made in the 80s. So yeah, check out.
You know what gets 100% on Rotten Tomatoes? Brittany Shane.
Amen. We're ready to hear one more song. Before we go do that, Brittany, will you tell everyone how we can support, follow, like, subscribe, buy your music. Where can we see you next? Tell everybody how they can support you.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Playing Saturday at the Austin Hyatt and on Barton Springs from 6 to 8 on the patio, right? And then I'm also playing the Becker Lavender Festival Saturday, October 16th, 10 to 12:30. And the next day I'll be at Bending Branch Winery in Comfort, Texas from 2 to 5. And you can follow me at Brittany Shane Music on Instagram and Brittany Shane Music on Facebook.
Thank you so much, Brittany.
Yeah,
and if you,
you
patrons and sponsors and Facebook watchers and podcast listeners, if you had a good time today, please tip Brittany at Brittany Shane Music on Venmo and at Brittany Shane Austin at Gmail on PayPal. This is the last song you'll hear from the live stream. But if you want to hear another song and 2 more questions, you're going to have to pop on over to the Patreon in a couple of weeks to see that exclusive. But thanks again to our patrons for letting that happen. Here's one more song from Brittany Shane. Enjoy.
This is called Texas Boy. Everybody's out there. Everyone is on the loose. Long hair, you don't care. You'll do whatever you choose. Someday you'll run from the mountain to the sea, but you'll always be a Texas boy to me. Sometimes you just stare up to the moon and notice everywhere growing up way too soon. Someday you'll run from the mountain to the sea, but you'll always be a Texas boy to me. We're going fast now. Summer water, having fun. I've got you now, pal. Nowhere to hide or run. Someday you'll run from the mountain to the sea, but you'll always be a Texas boy to me. Someday you'll stop, stand still in the breeze. Ooh, but you'll only see a home near me.
Thank
That
you so
sounds
much,
so
Brittany.
beautiful.
Thank you so much.
We appreciate you spending your time with us today. And thank you again for taking time out of it to do it and for chatting with our fans and hanging out with us. So thank you. Facebook, we'll see you next week. Everyone be sure to head on to Brittany's socials and show her that you love her and show up to the next show that you can be at. Go to the Hyatt Regency residencies. Go on our Instagram and our Facebook to see who of our friends and family will be playing there. You might run into somebody you know, find somebody you don't know, discover somebody you knew that you love. Check those Regency residencies out. Thanks to Kim Stacy for always being my lovely and beautiful co-host.
Love you.
I love you. And thanks to Georgie and Pippa and Ross and the rest of the...
what a cast.
What a cast.
Wow, killer cast.
Yeah. They're the ones pulling our Emmy ensemble nomination off.
1,000%. Look at that. Look at those ears.
Ross is like, huh?
Yeah.
We want to thank you again, Brittany. We appreciate it. Goodbye, patrons. We'll see you next week. Join the Patreon for the